Yeah, so on the left-hand side we have Anxiety low on Hammer, Cossacks on Valor, Teebs on the Rhaegar, mid lane is Bella Morte on the Stitches, and then we have Kiefer's in the top lane.
And on the right side, we will have in the mid lane here, Volk's playing that Tassadar, Ackerman playing that Illidan. When he stops, it looks like Bellatone. Once he goes in on that ETC, they're moving. I'm trying to move with them, so we'll see in a second here exactly what the names are. But we have Abdullah here on the right there. Oh, Gazler. I'm sorry, completely just mind blanked right there. And IDA Joker, who's gonna be playing on that Uther in the bottom. So interesting, actually positioning from here from the Uther. Joker's just kind of sitting out in this bottom lane down here. Looks like Volksky's gonna come and try to join him. Looks like they're gonna try for some gank here. At the same time, they're missing out on top experience. So it's not like the roam back and forth here. They're just completely losing experience. It looks like they're just gonna wait for them to push up and then come around. So they are coming around here, and they're gonna have a 4-man gank onto the 3-man here.
Just as Anxiety is sieged up as well. They're not gonna go for it. There they go.
And he's moving around. He's going to go and use that thrusters and get out. We do have the Illidan coming down also. So they've committed everybody to the bottom here. We do have the Gazo charging up his lasers. Probably going to be able to hit Crossax. He is able to hit Crossax right there. But during all that time, they lost a lot of experience top and mid.
Yeah, and you can see Globetrotters are almost level 3, where the Brazilian side have only just hit level 2, and there's a half a level difference already, and Gazlo is getting forced out there by the Tassadar. The top lane, Kiefer's, is actually getting forced away so far. I believe he was tanking a few of the tower shots, and Joker came up to try and interrupt him. Illidan's base, so they're losing even more XP in this mid lane now.
It's very interesting. We do have Sergeant Hammer, of course, sieged up once again. Going to get stunned by the tip of that bomb, but not really caring too much. And we do have the ETC coming in, putting a lot of pressure down on the Tees. We do have Abdullah going ahead and charging up once again. But while they're charging up, Anxiety is just getting free shots and just saying, okay, well, you can charge up all you want and get a bit of damage onto me, but at the same time, I'm just going to rain down hell upon you. So we'll have to see what they decide to do. We do have, looks like, no one mid still. Yeah. We do have Illidan here actually with top.
Yeah, Arumakan roam towards the top lane to try and gank Chen. Now, those two words aren't really heard in a sentence too often, gank and Chen, because Chen is just so unkillable, especially early on. He gets his brew, you've got no real CC. As soon as an Uther stun is out, he's just going to be drinking for days, as now we actually see that Illidan engaging onto Bella Morte, but it's just trades back and forth, and Bella Morte is actually going to come out on top here, because there it is, the Devour coming in.
And wow, that actually might be a kill. Nope, the shield is able to come out the last second to keep him alive, or else he might have died from the Stitches passive right there. But wow, he's going to get slammed to death due to that heavy slam and the putrid ground coming out. And that was very interesting. He probably should just backed in the end, would have been a little bit better for him. But he will be up in a couple of seconds right now. But
top lane, Joker is still trying to trade with Kiefer's here. And I've used this saying before in a cast, but Einstein defined insanity as doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Joker there kept trying to trade with Kiefer's and expecting to come out on top. It just won't happen, as now, with the support of the Illidan here, they are going to be able to deny this Dragon Knight by taking the top shrine back. Kiefer's, though, still just soaking all the damage away because of his brew. This bot lane, though, 2 towers have now fallen, and this fort and fountain are now completely open.
Now, you're using that quote. His name is Joker, so he is pretty insane. But as we're going to go back here, once again, they are, of course, trying to trade. They have kind of switched to a 2-1-2 style here, which is pretty interesting because at the bottom here, Anxiety has just been raining down onto this fort. They do have these siege minions pushing with them, and with the Sergeant Hammer, there's just no way you can defend against it. And at the same time, here at the top, they're not really able to do much. We do have the Illidan going back and forth, but not able to do anything against these warriors here. The Stitches and Chin are just staying healthy.
Yeah.
You might be able to get a kill on the Crossax right here. He's going to jump down. Will they be able to get him before he's able to get in there? It looks like a lot of damage is going down. Will they be able to pick it up? No. Just
the Psystorm coming in to snipe him. But that's going to be at a price.
they pay, maybe? Is there a slam coming out? Yes, and so it'll be a 1-for-1 trade, but Belmorte getting a little bit low. The heals will come out as they were able to pick up that heavy camp at the bottom right there. At the same time, Shin was able to pick up the top right there since the Illidan is not putting any pressure down there. And will they go and pick this up, or will they just continue to push? Because pushing for them just seems to be working right now.
Yeah, and again, Joker trying to trade with Kiefer's. They've just hit level 10. He's going to jump in, and now Joker's out of mana, but Gazlo will fall in this mid lane. What are the heroics we're seeing? Rain of Vengeance for Valor, Putrid Bile for Stitches, Wandering Keg, of course, for Chen, and Ancestral, and the Napalm coming down for Rhaegar and Hammer, respectively. Yep. And this is back to the pushing style that we've seen.
Yeah, they're just ready. They're ready, even though they're ahead right now. They're saying, if you jump into us, we're going to lock you up. You know, once that Rain of Vengeance comes down, knockback with the Putrid Bile, just so much.
Kiefer's with the Wandering Keg.
Yep, and so they're going to go right here. Are they going to be able to pick it up? Yes, they're going to be able to pick up the kill on to the ETC right there. It looks like Kiefer's was able to pick up the kill at the top also, and this hook goes down on to Tassadar. Tassadar will also be picked up here in the mid lane. Will the next target be the Gazlo? No. Looks like he's able to just run around, but 3 kills for none. The Dragon Knight still not being picked up, as it looks like they just really don't care right now.
They're going to actually hook Gazlo, and it's just easy pickings right now for the Stitches. Arakman is now just taking the easy camp to apply some counter push and some counter pressure to the bot lane. He does try going in, but they're going to lose this fort. Now, as you said, do they rotate towards bot lane and get the Dragon Knight? It looks like that is what they're going to do. Or are they going to grab their easy camp? They want nothing to do with the Dragon Knight right now.
I feel right now they're just so strong, even without that Dragon Knight. I feel
Anxiety.
Like taking a bit of damage. We do have the Archon being picked up right here, but in the end, we will have the Illidan fallen and the ETC fallen. Will Tassadar be able to get out? No, not even able to pop the voice shift before getting destroyed right there. And as before, I was going to say, it looks like they are actually going to go try to pick up the shrine, but for a while it just seemed like they didn't need it. That they probably would have lost actually a bit of pushing power if they decide to get in that Dragon Knight. So being able just to pick everybody off, actually Chin taking a bit of damage at the top as they get the fort in the bottom. Looks like Belmorte will finally go and pick up this Dragon Knight, but 7 minutes in, 4 levels up, they're just completely dominating this game right now.
So looking at talents, because we haven't really touched upon them except for maybe the heroics, we have the Hunt on Illidan. We also have the sweeping, the Marked for Death again, which we saw on Sky Temple, so I'm not really going to question that. But the Hunt, when you have an AoE comp, you could just get so much health and so much attack speed.
Damage and will fall right there.
And also we have a damage Uther coming out. We have Dense Weightstone. We then have Fist of Justice and Holy Devotion. He's playing around, dying quite a bit, and he's already died once, maybe twice for his team. Bellamorte trying to get some damage onto these mid towers, but not able to find too much. Is going to rotate down, join the rest of his team as they're now sieging, and they're kind of in the middle of an ETC and the rest of the team. Joker going in.
Yep, Chris has taken a lot of damage. We do have the ultimate Gravity Bomb coming up, but not really hitting anyone, so they're going to get a lot of damage. This is going to go down onto the gas, so Gas will fall right there. The Hunt coming out is going to be able to send up Anxiety. Anxiety will be able to fall right there, but now, of course, due to ETC falling, we will have the Uther falling. In the second, we will have the Gazzo falling, and we will have Illidan falling. So, a 5-for-0, actually, it was Tassadar who fell before the Illidan there, but despite everything happening, just there is nothing really this TBR. The
Brazilian side.
Brazilian side is able to.
Yeah, that was effectively a 4 versus 5 as well. Chen, Kiefer's, is still in the top lane doing his thing. The hook is not good this time, as we actually see Gazlo trying to get something off here. Joker doesn't have his sprint to try and close the gaps. They're just going to have to settle for this 7-strong minion wave here. ETC will now join them. But you now expect the Globetrotters to fall back to their camps. We've got their easy camp up, we have their top siege camp up, and we also have the bottom bruisers up as Tempestade go to their own bruiser camp in the form of Gazlo.
So, MDT, just that fight, when they started it, it wasn't a bad look, but they're 3 levels down, and their team fight, having the Hunt coming out, just not really able to do too much, and so much ability for Globetrotters just to knock the mosh pit out. It was just really interesting to see the way they're fighting. Of course, they did have the Belmorte was inside of that dragon to begin the fight, and of course, I think he took it just to take it. They probably did less with that than they could have if he was out of it. But right now, we're just really gonna have to see what they decide to do. The MDT team just really gonna have to watch out. Hook goes down, and we do have the grabber bomb coming out, gonna lock up Anxiety and Belmorte, but
it's just not enough.
Not gonna do too much. Just throwing it out there, just cause he's gonna fall no matter what. And right now, we just have Globetrotters just pushing in. Nothing really too much that this Brazilian team can do right now besides just trying to fight them off for as long as possible. We do have Chin coming out, pushing the ETC out, doesn't want that mosh pit to go down, even though they are so close to winning this game. Ilden will fall to that ground slam right there. We do have Joker taking a lot of damage, not able to get too much in. Teebs actually taking a lot of damage and will fall right there. We do have the mosh pit coming out along with the Divine Storm, but it might be too much too late. We do have Crosslex taking a lot of damage. Will he be able to fall to the ETC? Yes, he will. Anxiety LOL getting pushed down really low. We do have the gas up right now, and this will be able to help them stall the game for just a bit longer, but how much longer, I am not too sure.
Yeah, the core did so much damage there. The ETC gonna keep persisting on, gets hooked in, Kiefer's jumps to the other side, he will fall, and now it's Abdallah just dancing around his turret, seeing what he can do, and back in...
The Hunt coming out.
Wow, yeah, Hunt coming in, trying to go onto Bellamorte.
Will they be able to get, yes, he will be able to pick up the kill, a little bit of a consolation prize right there, but they're just gonna have to back off as these lovely siege giants right here just doing a little bit of damage. Was able to get this fort down to about half health, and right now we have Kiefer's just moving to the top lane. It's going to go ahead. Looks like he might go straight for that top shrine. Yes, he is.
Yeah, so something I wanted to note. Slam Stitches used to be the only build you'd ever see on a Stitches. And if you look at the siege damage, you can see why. 67,000 siege damage. That's more than Valor, more than Chen, who's been sitting in the top lane all by himself. And of course, it's more than Rhaegar. But just so much damage coming out from the Stitches. He was solo lane in mid, pushed it so well all by himself, as Tassadar actually almost channels the Dragon Knight all for himself.
Yes. And looks like he's going to have a little bit of people that are going to come out and try to push him off for a bit here, but Globetrotters are just really bullying off this Brazilian team right now. They're saying, okay, we know you have both shrines, it doesn't matter. We do have Ilden going straight in, but the barrel comes straight out, and it's going to say, well, you're not going to be able to do too much. Gravabon coming out is going to be able to lock up Kevers and Teebs for a second there, but it doesn't matter too much. So they're going to go ahead and jump straight onto the Tassadar. Kevers is going to be the Chin. He's just going to soak all the damage. He's going to jump on the Joker right there, get a little bit of a slowdown. Will they be able to pick up the kill? We have Gazo trying to force out a laser, not going to be able to do much. ETC locking up only Chin, but that doesn't matter. Chin was saying, okay, we'll have a dance-off party right now as the rest of my team kills you. Gazo will be the next target. He will be able to be taken down right here. At the same time, Belmorte is following this Tassar. Tassar is going to be able to do a nice little juke from the hook right there, but he won't be able to escape death. As Stitches says, he is ready to play, and he will take him down.
Yeah, we have Cossacks taking this bottom shrine now. They don't really care for the Dragon Knight. 26 seconds on Gazlo, 30 on Tassadar, 15 now on ETC. They can just try and end this. Joker is going to take some aggression here from Teebs and the gang. The Earthgrasp Totem going down, as they will use the slam from Stitches. The Hunt going on to Anxiety, though. He's actually going to take quite a bit of damage. Will he fall? Yes, he in fact will.
But it doesn't matter. The rest of the team's like, well, you're a worthy sacrifice. We're going to go straight onto this core. We're going to avenge your death by winning this game. And at 10%, this game is over. And GG to the Nexus Globetrotters for picking up the second game, or third game.
Yeah, so they now move on to the semi-final of tonight's NA Go4Heroes number 16.